Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prishtaya, Bhutale, Shmati Bhakti Vedanta, Swaminiti Namne. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravan Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatari. Hare Krishna. We're going to continue with Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 9. Does anyone remember what we read in the last reading? The main point?
Hare Krishna. We heard from Prahlāda Maharaj as he received his Lord's causeless mercy. He spoke about how anyone, regardless of his position in the material world, is eligible to worship the Supreme Lord. And it has nothing to do with the material qualities. Devotional service is for everyone. And if one is fully engaged in the service of the Lord, he's in Krishna consciousness. It has nothing to do with the matter. All is spiritualized. Devotional service is great. It's very valuable. And a great devotee always performs his activities in Krishna consciousness, even following the instructions by others. He acts in Krishna consciousness and enjoys life in every respect. So this is how anyone in devotional service, and by being servant of the Lord, surrendering himself unto the Lord, receives the causeless mercy and grace of the Lord.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So that brings us to today's verse 27 then. Nesha paravaratir bhavato nanu syach.
Nesha paravaramati bhavato nanu syaj.
Jantor yathatma surito jagatas tathapi.
Jantu yathatma surdo jagvatas tathapi.
Samsevaya surataror ivate prasada.
Samsevaya surataror ivate prasadaha.
Sevanurupam udayo na varatvam.
Sevanurupam udayo na paravaratvam.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Unlike an ordinary living entity, my Lord, you do not discriminate between friends and enemies, the favorable and the unfavorable, because for you, there is no conception of higher and lower. Nonetheless, you offer your benedictions according to the level of one's service, exactly as a desire tree delivers fruits according to one's desires and makes no distinction between the higher and the lower. In Bhagavad Gita 4.11, the Lord clearly says, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam statheva bhajami aham. As one surrenders to me, I reward him accordingly. As stated by Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Jivera Swarubhai Krishnera Nityadas. Every living being is an eternal servant of Krishna. According to the service the living entity renders, he automatically receives benediction from Krishna, who does not make distinctions, thinking, here is a person in an intimate relationship with me, and here is a person I dislike. No, Krishna cannot dislike anyone. Each and everyone belong to him. We have our children, so we love all our children. It's not possible for Krishna to dislike anyone. Everyone belongs to him. Krishna advises everyone to surrender to him. Sarva dharman parityagya mam ekam sharanam vraja. But Krishna is not saying, oh, only the devotees should surrender, the demoniac shouldn't surrender. He's openly declaring out in the open. Bhagavad Gita is open discussion. Everyone can hear. And everyone is encouraged to take up this instruction of Krishna. So we can see Krishna is best friends with everyone. He's not saying, oh, I'm going to give this knowledge only to you. No, everyone. Thus, throughout the entire world, the higher or lower positions of the living entities are selected by the living entities themselves. So by our desire, by our consciousness, we are going either higher planets or into lower species. If one is inclined to dictate that the Lord grants something, one receives benedictions according to his desires. If one wants to be elevated to the higher planetary systems, the heavenly planets, he can be promoted to the place he desires. And if one wants to remain a hog or a pig on earth, the Lord fulfills that desire also. Therefore, one's position is determined by one's desires. The Lord is not responsible for the higher or lower grades of our existence. Is that okay? Comments?
All clear.
Yeah. Then we are choosing, as we read earlier in the Puranjan story, by our subtle body, by our mind, we are already creating our future body. How our thoughts are right now, we are shaping our future body for us. So, so it's so important. Desire. What's the quality of our desire? Somehow the other, we should get the desire. Even I want to engage in pure devotional service. Even I want to go back home, back to Godhead. And Krishna will fulfill that desire of ours. This is further explained quite definitely in Bhagavad Gita 9:25 by the Lord Himself. Yanti deva vrata devan, pitrin yanti pitrivrata, bhutani yanti bhuteja, yanti madhyajinopi mam. Some people want to be promoted to the heavenly planets, some want to be promoted to Pitralok, and some want to remain on earth. But if one is interested in returning home, back to Godhead, he can be promoted there also. According to the demands of a particular devotee, he receives a result by the grace of the Lord. So, the grace of the Lord. We desire, and that's why they say, right? Man proposes, God disposes. We desire, and Krishna fulfills our desire. By His mercy, we can also go back home, back to Godhead. We are not qualified at all. If here Prahlad Maharaj himself is saying he doesn't have any qualification, then what to speak about us? Who are we? But by just having this desire, then we can attract the mercy of Krishna. And Krishna can make it possible. The Lord does not discriminate, thinking here is a person favorable to me, and here is a person who is not favorable. Rather, He fulfills the desires of everyone. Therefore, the Shastras enjoin akama sarva kamova, moksha kama udaradi, tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. Whether one is without desire, the condition of the devotees, or is desirous of all fruitive results, or is after liberation, one should with all efforts try to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead for complete perfection, culminating in Krishna consciousness. So, as we read a few days ago, bhukti, mukti. So, bhukti, what is that? Full of material desires, want to enjoy. So, Bhagavatam is saying you want to enjoy, you have, well, each of us want to enjoy. Anandamayo Bhyasat. That's the nature of the soul to enjoy. But to enjoy in the material world, that is what bhakti is. So we may have a lot of material desires, or we may desire mukti, liberation, or one may be a pure devotee. He has no material desires. His only desire is to please Krishna. Whatever category one may be in, we are encouraged. Bhagavatam is telling us, worship Krishna, because Krishna can give us perfection. Krishna can bring us back home, back to Godhead. Krishna can help us revive our original consciousness. Bhagavatam 2.3.10. According to one's position, whether as a devotee, a karmi, or a jnani, whatever one wants, one can get it if one fully engages in the service of the Lord. So, devotional service can fulfill all of our desires, any desire that we have. Because it's Krishna after all, He is fulfilling our desires. Hmm? So, then we'll go on to the next one as 28, 7.9.28. Evam janam ne patitam prabhava hi kupe
देवं
जनम पतितं प्रभव
कामाभिकामम् अनुय प्रपतन् प्रसङ्गात्
कामादिमम् अनुयः
प्रपतन् प्रसङ्गात्
कृत्वात्मसात्सु रसिना भगवन् गृहीत
कृत्वा
आत्मसासुरशिरः
सोऽहं कथं नु विसृजे तव भृत्यसेवाम्
सोऽहं मन्नो दृशजीववृत्तिसेवा
My dear Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, because of my association with material desires, one after another, I was gradually falling into a blind well full of snakes, following the general populace. But your servant Narad Muni kindly accepted me as his disciple and instructed me how to achieve this transcendental position. Therefore, my first duty is to serve him. How could I leave his service? So he's grateful, Prahlāda Maharaj, for the mercy of Narad Muni. As will be seen in later verses, even though Prahlāda Maharaj was directly offered all the benedictions he might have desired, he refused to accept such offerings from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. On the contrary, he asked the Lord to engage him in the service of his servant Narad Muni. This is the symptom of a pure devotee. One should serve the spiritual master first. It is not that one should bypass the spiritual master and desire to serve the Supreme Lord. So Krishna also says, right, one who is a servant of my devotee is actually my devotee, not one who wants to directly serve me. So here, Prahlāda Maharaj is setting the standard for us to follow. This is not the this is not the principle for a Vaishnav. Narottam Das Thakur says, Tandera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanevas Janme Janme Hai Ei Abhilash. One should not be anxious to offer direct service to the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised that one become a servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. Gopi Bharatu Padakamalayor Dasa Dasanu Dasa. This is the process for approaching the Supreme Lord, because Krishna does not like his devotee to be proud. The spiritual master is giving one this transcendental knowledge. So we should be eternally grateful to the spiritual master. But Krishna likes to see that. And Mahaprabhu is saying that we should become the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord, who is the maintainer of the gopis. The first service should be rendered to the spiritual master so that by his mercy one can approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead to render service. While teaching Rupa Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Beach. One can achieve the seed of devotional service by the mercy of the Guru, the spiritual master, and then by the mercy of Krishna. This is the secret of success. First, one should try to please the spiritual master, and then one should attempt to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also says, Yasya prasadat bhagavad prasado. One should not attempt to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead by concoction. One must first be prepared to serve the spiritual master, and when one is qualified, he is automatically offered the platform of direct service to the Lord. Because we don't know how to please Krishna. But the devotees are teaching us, the spiritual master is teaching us how to please Krishna. Yasya prasadat bhagavad prasado. Srila Prabhupada is teaching us how to please Krishna, as Lord Chaitanya is given to Rupa Goswami. And that's what Rupa Goswami has put in Nectar of Devotion. How to engage in devotional service, how to please Krishna. So if we just depend on our mind, we may not know how to please Krishna. But when we are following the devotees, then we know for sure, or do like this, do like this. And then Krishna once he's pleased, he will engage us in direct service here. Prabhupada is writing, when one is qualified, he's automatically offered the platform of direct service to the Lord. Just like there's a new person coming, needs training, right? Cannot say, oh, I know, everyone needs training. Any professional company you see, when they hire someone, they first get training, they're trained for some time, and then they can work independently. So we also need training, how to please Krishna. So therefore, Prahlāda Maharaj proposed that he engage in the service of Narad Muni. He never proposed that he engage directly in the service of the Lord. This is the right conclusion. Therefore, he said, Soham katham nu visrije tava bhritya sevam. How can I give up the service of my spiritual master, who has favored me in such a way that I am now able to see you face to face? Prahlāda Maharaj prayed to the Lord that he might continue to engage in the service of his spiritual master, Narad Muni. So here Prahlāda Maharaj is being a great example of, he's setting the example. He's a Mahabhagavat, Mahajano Yena Sigata Sapanta, following the footsteps of the Mahajan. So he's telling us how the mood should be, not to directly serve Krishna, but to serve the spiritual master, and in that way be able to serve Krishna. Okay, comments, questions? Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So then when we are praying in our puja room, right, our altar, like we are praying to Krishna directly.
Yes.
So then,
But the prayers are taught to us by the devotees. See?
oh,
Yeah. See what the spiritual master is doing. He's introducing Krishna to us. He's introducing us to Krishna. He's teaching us how to please Krishna. So we follow how to please. We're singing the songs of the acharyas. Yeah, we are singing the prayers, the recommended prayers. And this is how we are pleasing Krishna.
Hare
Is that
Krishna.
okay?
So when we, so
Mm.
also when we pray to Lord Krishna, we also have the pictures of all the Mahajans on the frame. And also when we are praying, you all come in my mind, I mean, at least for me, whenever I'm starting to pray, all of you all come in my mind, even you, Shilpa. So,
Oh, that's
so
so
this is how
kind of
also,
you.
yes,
Thank
no,
you.
this is how, no, it comes to everyone, I'm sure. So, I'm thinking of, oh, how you did. Don't just walk in the temple, clap your hand first, let Krishna know you're coming inside. And then don't just scare him. Just tap 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 and go inside. So everything what you do, just trying to follow how you're doing. And every day whenever I walk inside, this is even if I'm thinking on my mind for you, of you, and then even of others, all of you all, it's kind of also respect to all of you all, right? So it's okay to go to Lord Krishna, but we are following the footsteps of all who have inspired us to how to do our prayers. So it is also kind of a respect. So it's okay. You are
Yes,
praying to
thank
Lord
you.
Krishna. Yes.
Mm.
Hare Krishna.
in Hare Krishna, and also in Bhagavad Gita it is written that Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhakta Prayachati. And so Krishna has already given us the way, like how to. So if we do that, then we are following the instructions of Guru only, I think. Is it Shilpaji or not?
Yeah, because Guru is telling us how to offer the Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. We have the prayers.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we are following because they are telling us, okay, you offer to Krishna and you offer in this way, ring this bell, chant this
Yeah.
mantra, and offer to
And
Krishna.
then also Baldev Prabhu said that the sadhana bhakti is that only, because you're practicing, you're following, you listen from your Guru, and then you're doing it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and we all are doing that. So that is that your Guru has taught you, or you have heard, like from your Shiksha Guru also. Maybe it's not the initiation Guru. You don't have an initiation Guru, but you consider like you are our Siksha Guru. So you guide us that, okay, you should do this. Bhavna ji is our Siksha Guru. So she guides us that, how you should do. So we are following, we are just practicing that, and we are doing that sadhana. So yes, it comes into that, right?
Yes, very good.
Yeah, because Baldev Prabhu is doing the 7th part of Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. So yeah, that was the latest one.
Yeah, very good.
Hare Krishna.
Very good. Hare Krishna. Yes, because of course we have to offer all the feelings to Krishna. We have to offer everything to Krishna, and then the Guru is teaching us, you do it like this. Is that okay, Sneha? Now they explained also.
Yes,
Okay.
now I got it. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool. Thank you. So going on. This seems a little tricky. Somebody wants to try this?
I can try.
Okay, try.
Mat pranarakshanam ananta pitu vadascha manye.
Oh, we don't have to
sorry.
repeat?
No,
Yeah,
no,
we'll
no.
repeat.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
we'll repeat.
Mat pran raksham
Pranarakshanam anantapitur vadascha
Manye swabhritya rishivakyamritam vidatum.
manye
manye
Sabritya
sabritya
svabhrita
vivakyam ritam
yamritam
vidhatu
vidhatu
Khadgam pragraya yad avochad asad viditsus.
khadgam pragraha
pragrahya
yat
yadhamuchad
Asad
asad
viditsu
viditsus
Svam Ishvaro mad aparo avatu kamharani.
Tvam Ishvaro
Ishvaro mat
Aparo
aparo
Bhavatu
vatukam.
Samharami.
Thank you. My Lord, O unlimited reservoir of transcendental qualities, you have killed my father Hiranyakashipu and saved me from his sword. He had said very angrily, if there's any supreme controller other than me, let him save you. I shall now sever your head from your body. Therefore, I think that both in saving me and in killing him, you have acted just to prove the words of your devotee, just to prove true the words of your devotee. There is no other cause. In Bhagavad Gita 9:29, the Lord says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshasti na priya ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mai te teshu chapi aham. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is undoubtedly equal to everyone. He has no friend and no enemy. But as one desires benefits from the Lord is very pleased to award them. The lower and higher positions of different living entities are due to their desires, but the Lord, being equal to all, fulfills everyone's desires. So here we are reading again, Srila Prabhupada is pointing out. In the previous purport also he pointed the same. Now also he is pointing the same. That it is based on our desire, and Krishna is fulfilling our desire. Krishna is no friend, no enemy. But as one surrenders unto Krishna, that's how he reciprocates. He rewards accordingly. So the higher and lower positions of different living entities are due to their desires, for the Lord, being equal to all, fulfills everyone's desires. Ratna, is it okay? I'm not sure if Ratna is there.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
okay, thank you. The killing of Hiranyakashipu and saving of Prahlāda Maharaj also strictly followed this law of the Supreme Controller's activities. When Prahlāda's mother, Hiranyakashipu's wife Kayadu, was under the protection of Narad, she prayed for the protection of her son from the enemy. And Narad Muni gave assurance that Prahlāda Maharaj would always be safe from the enemy's hands. Thus, when Hiranyakashipu was going to kill Prahlāda Maharaj, the Lord saved Prahlāda to fulfill his promise in Bhagavad Gita, Kaunteya pratijanehi, na me bhakta pranashyate, and to prove true the words of Narad. So Prahlāda is saying, you are keeping your promise that your devotees' words you always keep. Narad Muni promised to Kayadu that her child will be safe. And to keep Narad Muni's words, so Prahlāda is saying that to Nṛsiṁhadeva, that now to keep Narad Muni's words, you came, you killed Hiranyakashipu, you saved me. This is the loving relationship between Krishna and his devotee. So where else Krishna kept the words of his devotees? So many instances. Any pastime you all remember? Krishna to keep the words of his devotees, he
Draupadi.
does. Draupadi,
Bhishma Dev, Hare Krishna. The
Bhishma Dev,
Bhishma Dev.
Bhishma, that's
Yeah.
right. Bhishma Dev, yeah. He kept the words of Bhishma Dev and he picked up the chariot wheel just so Bhishma's promise can come true. This is reciprocation by Krishna. So then, and also we see, how so many instances now Kartik is coming up. So, what are those two? Manigriva and Nala Kovera. Narad Muni said, you become trees and then you go there to Gokul and Krishna will come and then he will deliver you. And Krishna actually did that. Krishna didn't tell Narad Muni, hey, why did you tell him like that? Did you ask me first? No, Krishna doesn't do that. We may do that. Hey, how come you're saying, or how you are making this promise on my behalf? How come you're doing? And Krishna, he kept, no? Narad Muni's words. Nala Kuber and Manigriva. Okay. So the Lord can fulfill many purposes.
Slowly.
Huh?
Yes,
Huh?
sorry. Yeah, also about
No?
like how Ahilya, right? She became
Ahilya.
a rock, and then it was said that when Ram will come and put his foot on the rock, she will turn back into,
See?
right? So he had
Ah,
kept his word and he came
see? Wow.
till.
Yeah. So we can see that Krishna always keeping the word of his devotee. We sometimes may say, hey, why you said, you didn't ask me first. You didn't clarify with me. You didn't reconfirm me. Krishna's not saying all this. He's just keeping the word of his devotees. Here, Brahma also, Lord Brahma, he agreed, okay, not day, not night, not animal, not man, not weapon. So many boons he gave. And then Lord Nṛsiṁhadeva came to fulfill Brahma's boons to Hiranyakashipu. Okay, so kind, so much reciprocation, so much love. The devotee loves Krishna, Krishna loves devotee. Reciprocation. Okay,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I just want to say one story I heard. So it is, somebody said like it is true in Vrindavan. So there was one old lady and she used to pray Lord Krishna like his son, and he loved a lot, like without any desire, no desire. She was very poor, but she still loved Krishna too much. And every morning when she wake up, she start cooking, because she has not very posh things or very rich. She was not rich, so she just cook khichdi. And every day she cook khichdi and first offer to Krishna without taking any bath or any chanting anything. And then Krishna personally appear every day and ate a whole, whatever she served, she ate all. He ate all. And somebody said her one day, like, why you are doing like this? Or he will not accept your bhakti or devotion. So go and take bath and take initiation, and then you offer to Krishna, because this prasad is useless. So she just convinced, and she start taking bath and everything, rituals. And when she cook and went to offer Krishna. Krishna was not there. So then he asked Krishna, why today you was not there? He just prayed. Then Krishna just came and said her, like, oh माँ, तुम मुझे तो सब जगह जाना होता है ना, I have to go everywhere at the same time even, and तुम ऑफर इतना लेट कर रही हो, तो मैं खिचड़ी खाते खाते वहां पर वो जो दरवाजा होता है ना बांके बिहारी का, वो खुल जाता है, तो मुझे वहां दर्शन कर देना होता है ना अपने भक्तों को, तो तुम पहले जैसे खिलाती थी वैसे ही खिलाओ मुझे, तो मैं भर पेट खा के जाऊंगा. आई विल ईट ऑल वॉट एवर यू विल सर्व. तो उसके बाद फिर वो दूसरे दिन से वैसे ही खिलाने लगी, बट वो थोड़ा लेजी, मतलब आई डोंट नो व्हाट वाज हैपन, शी बिकम लिटिल लेजी, और maybe she convinced with the others, so she again thought like we'll take bath and then I will prepare prasad. तो दूसरे दिन भी वैसे ही वो नहा वहा के गई, तब तक बनाई, फिर भी थोड़ा अर्लियर था, इट वाज लिटिल अर्लियर. तो कृष्णा को जब प्रसाद दिया गया तो वो खा ही रहे थे, और तब तक वो टाइम हो गया वहां अपीयर होने का उनको. तो उनके मुंह में खिचड़ी लगी हुई थी. जब वो वहां मंदिर में गए तो उनके मुंह में खिचड़ी लगी हुई थी. जब उनके मूर्ति को लोगों ने, मतलब वो जो वहां के पंडित होंगे, वो खोले दरवाजा, तो देखे कि उनके मुंह पे तो खिचड़ी लगा हुआ है, और इट इज फ्रेश, मतलब एकदम जो होता है ना कि तुरंत का कुक किया हुआ, इट वाज नॉट ड्राई. तो सब लोगों ने, मतलब बहुत ये हुआ कि आखिर ये कहाँ से, कौन बंद दरवाजे में किसने आकर के ये किया. और फिर बात बात मतलब ऐसे फैलते फैलते पता चला कि वो बुढ़िया है, वो खिलाती है, तो ऐसे है. फिर उसके पास सब गया, तो वो पंडित उसका पैर पकड़ लिया कि इतना वेद पुराण सब मैंने पढ़ा, आई हैव नॉलेज ऑफ एवरीथिंग, आई एम टीचिंग एवरीवन टू एक्सेप्ट दिस, बट यू आर रियल डिवोटी, योर लव इज प्योर, एंड मुझे माफ कर दो माँ, ऐसे करके, मतलब it is just a story somebody said me, and but they said like this is true story long time
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. I've heard of this.
Yeah.
Her name is Karma Bai.
हाँ, या
Kar-
कर्मा बाई, या
Karma Bai,
Karma
and
by
till now the
that is
khichdi
for
is served.
Jagannath, right? But that's
Yeah,
for
this is for
Jagannath, right?
Jagannath.
Yeah, for
जगन्नाथ, ओ
Karma by
Jagannath,
is for
Jagannath Puri.
Jagannath.
जगन्नाथ और बांके
Hmm.
बिहारी वृंदावन.
Hmm.
Huh?
Very
This
good.
was
वृंदावन, बांके
very
बिहारी
nice
वृंदावन.
story.
Hmm.
I've heard of this. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Very nice. Hmm.
yeah.
Thank you.
So
Thank
what
you
I am
for
trying
sharing.
to say, like, if your devotion is pure, like, because somebody have nothing to offer Krishna, some like very poor, but still they have devotion, even with love and affection, like there is no desire, nothing, no materialistic desire, nothing, just they love Krishna. तो वैसे लोगों का भी कृष्णा एक्सेप्ट करते हैं. तो
वैसे
अगर
लोगों का
Spiritually
ही
नहीं.
एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं,
हाँ,
वैसे
नहीं नहीं,
लोगों का
Correct.
ही एक्सपेक्ट करते
So
हैं.
that's it. Then the ritual doesn't come in,
ये ना,
right?
वही मैं बोल रही हूँ कि अगर जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना कि नहा लो, तो
Yeah.
गुरु गुरु क्या बोलते हैं उसको, गुरु गुरु दक्षिण नहीं, गुरु आई फॉरगॉट, मतलब
तो
गुरु
हमारे
ये
लिए क्या, तो
इनिशिएट
हमारे लिए
जो
क्यों
बोलते हैं.
कहते हैं,
हाँ
तो हमारे लिए क्यों कहते हैं नहा धो के फिर करो, क्योंकि हमारे में वैसी भक्ति नहीं है ना,
हाँ,
तो
ओके.
इसीलिए फिर हमें कहते हैं कि वो क्या है कि जो विधि विधान है उसका फॉलो करके फिर ऑफर कर कीजिए. ऐसे पहले गुरु को
तो ये
ऑफर करना है, फिर गुरु कृष्णा को ऑफर करते हैं. हम जब भी प्रेयर्स कर रहे हैं जो
हम्म
ऑफरिंग में है, तो पहले गुरु को देते हैं, तो वो गुरु फिर कृष्णा को ऑफर कर लेता है, तो कृष्णा तो एक्सेप्ट करेंगे ही करेंगे. तो जो ये तो बहुत प्योर डिवोटी है, उसका ऑलरेडी कृष्णा के साथ इतना प्रेम है, तो
हम्म
कृष्णा तो आएंगे ही आएंगे. जिसका इतना प्रेम है वो तो कृष्णा आने ही वाले हैं फिर.
हम्म. No, why I asked, because if you will initiate it, then you have so many things to do every day. And मतलब जिस मैं I was watch my sister like how she is doing. Literally वो मुश्किल से 2 से 3 घंटा ही सोती है maximum every day. Like she did seva 18 to 20 hours every day. तो
वाओ.
वो पॉसिबल नहीं है ना, जैसे हम जैसे आदमी के लिए, जो हम कहाँ से इनिशिएट करेंगे, फिर हम पहले गुरु का सेवा करेंगे, फिर हम गुरु मंत्र का चैंटिंग करेंगे, एंड हरे कृष्णा महामंत्र पढ़ेंगे, मतलब इट्स ऑल बिकम लाइक फुल टाइम। तो वैसे फिर हम कैसे कर सकते हैं ये सब चीजें जो है ना,
स्लोली
बहुत।
स्लोली 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 देखो, आपकी बहन कर रही है तो वो तो बहुत बहुत अच्छी है डिवोटी। हार्डली कोई ऐसा कर सकता होगा 18-20
उसको,
आवर्स सेवा करने
हाँ।
को। हार्डली कोई कर सकता होगा। तो आप उतना प्रेशर में मत आओ। हम सबका एक लेवल होता है। और कोई अगर 10th स्टैंडर्ड में है, कोई किंडरगार्टन में है, किंडरगार्टन से शुरू करना है, स्लोली स्लोली स्लोली, ऐसा
हम्म,
आस्ते
नहीं,
आस्ते
मैं
आस्ते।
मतलब अगर ना करूं ना, उस लेवल तक नहीं पहुंचे नहीं पहुंचे, इन केस
नहीं तो
मेरा
देखो,
लेवल।
आप अपना लेवल बनाओ ना। कृष्णा थोड़ी बोल रहा है कि तुम उसके लेवल में आओ।
हाँ, आओ, वही
राइट?
यही पूछ रही
कृष्णा,
हूँ, जैसे अभी
देखो
बोला ना,
कृष्णा, देखो
अभी वी आर
रूल्स
डिस।
रेगुलेशन हम लोग फॉलो करेंगे। हाँ,
हाँ,
वो
हाँ।
करना है क्योंकि इतना अभी इतना प्रेम भी नहीं है कृष्णा के साथ। तो
हम्म,
एटलीस्ट रूल्स रेगुलेशन से करेंगे तो एटलीस्ट कृष्णा एक्सेप्ट तो करेंगे जो हम ऑफर कर रहे हैं। राइट?
हम्म,
गोल क्या है कि कृष्णा को प्लीज करना है ना,
प्लीज करना है, हाँ।
या कृष्णा को ऑफर करना है। तो अगर कृष्णा कह रहे हैं कि आप मुझे ऐसे ऑफर करो, तो हम खाली
हम्म,
फॉलो करेंगे कि इसमें कृष्णा खुश होते हैं, वो ऐसे एक्सेप्ट करते हैं, तो हम ऐसा फॉलो कर देंगे।
हम्म। मतलब बट अल्टीमेट गोल इज टू गेट कृष्णा's लव, राइट? एंड यू
या
लव द
राइट।
level so that Krishna love you more than you.
कृष्णा
ये
ऑलरेडी लविंग अस मोर देन अस। वी हैव टू
इस
रिवाइव आवर लव फॉर
वो एक,
कृष्णा।
वो लेवल, अपना लेवल वो बनाना है कि मतलब फिर हमको फील हो
हाँ।
कि या ही लव
हम्म,
अस, लाइक वो फीलिंग जैसे
हाँ
अभी नहीं किया, तो वी शुड फील
हाँ
दैट लव कृष्णा।
राइट। तो फिर कैसे होता
हाँ,
है? हमें
हाँ,
फॉलो करना है रूल रेगुलेशन बिगिनिंग से। फिर आस्ते आस्ते, फिर आस्ते आस्ते नेचुरल हो जाता है।
हम्म,
कि पहले ऐसा करना है, ऐसा करना है, ऐसा करना है, फिर आस्ते आस्ते हैबिट, प्रैक्टिस हो जाती है, फिर हैबिट हो जाती है, फिर अटैचमेंट। इसीलिए तो कहते हैं ना, जैसे भजन क्रिया, फिर अनर्था निवृत्ति होते हैं, अनर्था निवृत्ति, फिर करना ही है, नहीं करेंगे तो फिर लगता है नहीं, फिर रुचि आ जाती है, फिर आसक्ति आ जाती है। ऐसा।
हम्म,
तो किधर से तो शुरू करना है।
करना
आप
है।
अपने बहन को देखो, देख के इतना टेंशन मत लो।
नहीं, नहीं,
वो
मैं बहुत
बहुत
टेंशन
रेयर।
में हो जाती
क्योंकि
हूँ।
वो तो 18-20 आवर्स, वाओ, मेरा उनको प्रणाम है। यू नो दैट्स रियली
मतलब वो
समथिंग।
एकदम
तो
पूरे दिन
फिर आप
भागते ही रहते,
अपने, हाँ
वो पूरे दिन भागते रहते हैं, मतलब लिटरली दे बिजी विथ एवरी, मतलब फॉर एवरी मोमेंट
हाँ
मोमेंट दे आर बिजी
हाँ
विथ कृष्ण।
हाँ, तो आप अपने अपने लेवल से शुरू करो ना। आप
और अभी
जिधर
जो
से
दो तीन
शुरू
दिन
कर सकते हैं।
के साथ
हम्म,
रह के आई, तो हम तो सोए रहते थे भाई, मेरा नहीं होता है उतना जल्दी, मैं नहीं उठ पाती हूँ, तो वो दे वेक अप 3 AM एंड वी वेक अप 6:30 और लाइक दैट 7 ऐसे। तब तक उनका सब हो जाता था, मंगल आरती, चैंटिंग वेंटिंग, गुरु मंत्र, मतलब उसके बाद प्रसाद में वो जुड़, मतलब सुबह एक टाइम तो हो गया मंगल आरती के टाइम में प्रसाद, देन नेक्स्ट दे आर प्रिपेयर स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर नाश्ता, ब्रेकफास्ट।
या
एंड हम लोग उठते थे तब तक उस समय ऐसे बैठे हैं, ओके आई विल ड्रिंक टी फर्स्ट देन आई विल गो वॉशरूम, लाइक दैट। तो मतलब ऐसे थोड़ा लगता है ना कि वी आर जस्ट अ बर्डन फॉर देम बिकॉज वी आर डूइंग आवर सेल्फ इन आवर स्टाइल। तो
हम्म।
ऐसे एक,
तो
क्या बोलूं
ऐसे
मैं,
तो आप फिर लर्न कर सकते हैं ना, आपकी बहन से आप सीख सकते
लर्न तो
हैं।
कर सकते हैं, लेकिन कभी कभी ना आप डिप्रेशन में चले जाते हो वैसे, यू फील लाइक आई एम व्हाट एवर आई एम डूइंग इज रॉन्ग, इज पाप, लाइक दैट। आपके मन में ये चीज बैठने लगता है, तो यू विल फील।
तो आप उसको करेक्टली लो और देखो, अप्रिशिएट करो कि ओ मेरी बहन इतना अच्छा कर रही है, आई विश मैं भी ऐसा कर सकूं। कृष्णा प्लीज गिव मी स्ट्रेंथ दैट इवन आई कैन डू लाइक दिस। और फिर आस्ते आस्ते शुरू करो। एकदम से दौड़ने की शुरू मत करना। ऐसे मत सोचो कि मैं भी 3 बजे उठ के रोज अभी ऐसे इमीडिएटली शुरू करूंगी। आस्ते आस्ते, तो स्टेप बाय स्टेप, लिटिल बाय लिटिल। little by little,
But I
one
don't
step
think.
at a time.
No, but see, Ratna, from before, if you compare yourself, don't you think you've been better? So then,
Even the kids, they don't listen. Like sometimes they haven't washed their hand and touched the water for whatever I am offering to Krishna. तो मैं बोलती हूँ कि तुमने छू दिया, ये झूठा हो गया, अब मैं कैसे इसको चढ़ाऊंगी? तो ये सब लोग अभी मुझे डांटते हैं कि तुम साइकोलॉजिकली सिक होते जा रही हो धीरे धीरे, सब खाना पेट में है तो बॉडी झूठा है. They just try to convince me philosophical, like खाना तो पेट के ही अंदर रहता है ना. We are
ओके, तो
carrying
उनसे
everything.
ओके देखो, तो उनसे आर्ग्यू मत करो और उनसे इतना वो ऑफेंसिव भी नहीं हो जाओ. ओके, मगर अपना जो है वो चुपचाप करते रहो, क्योंकि यू नो व्हाट इज राइट. तो इतना बड़ा भी उनको वो मत, ऑफेंसिव भी उनसे मत हो जाओ. अपने आप आस्ते आस्ते करती जाओ. समझे?
नहीं, ये
वो लोग नहीं मान
चैंटिंग
रहे
हैं
हैं, वो लोग.
नहीं,
हाँ,
वो चैंटिंग करते हैं. They do chanting every day. Even my daughter, she read Krishna book, Bhagavad Gita every day. She read 2 slokas or something in from Bhagavad Gita. वो करते हैं सब, बट बोलते हैं कि मम्मी जो तुम करती हो ना ये बहुत ज्यादा है, कि ये झूठा हो गया, ये झूठा हो गया, भगवान को नहीं
तो
देंगे,
फिर
तो ये
आप
फेक.
नहीं बोलो ना उनको इतना सब. Why are you telling them so much? You don't
कभी
need to
कभी
tell
मुझे
them so
लगता है
much.
मैं सच में मेंटली सिक होते जा रही हूँ क्या?
Yeah, but you don't have to
you,
tell them so much. आप उनको क्यों बोल रहे हो इतना सब? आप जो कर रहे हो वो आप करते जाओ ना. समझे? या
ये
आपका लेवल
Hare
उनका लेवल
Krishna.
डिफरेंट है, तो आप
Yeah.
जितना कर सकते हो वो आप करो.
Ratna, maybe, your mind is everywhere. You have to focus on your soul only in your journey, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
you are right. Mind is everywhere. Yes.
But Ratna, I think you're very fortunate that you have association of such a pure devotee sister. I think you should pray to her that please give me bhakti, because in her association, in the association of bhaktas only you get bhakti. Like how we have always heard, we don't have to compare ourselves. Shilpaji always tells us, with all, she's a pure devotee, you cannot compare, but you can follow slowly and gradually, because she is, if she blesses you, because you can pray to her from your heart. That and like how we have read, no, like she has mercy of Guru and Krishna. अभी शिल्पा जी ने कहा गुरु प्रसादे
इसीलिए
पाए
इसीलिए
भक्ति लेता भी, बट आप सिर्फ उनसे प्रे करो दिल में कि प्लीज कृष्णा मेरे सिस्टर के एसोसिएशन में मैं भी वो कर पाऊं. आप सिर्फ वो प्रे करो, बिकॉज शी इज अ प्योर डिवोटी एंड शी लव्स यू सो मच. आप कभी भी उन्हें बोलोगे, आप उनसे बात करो कि मेरे को ऐसा हो रहा है, मुझे आप गाइड करो कि मैं बिगिन करना चाहती हूँ, तो मैं यही चीज करूँ, तो आप एक चीज से बिगिन करो. ट्रस्ट मी, यू आर वेरी वेरी फॉर्चुनेट. आपको पता नहीं आपके पास क्या है, क्योंकि वो जो प्योर डिवोटी है वो अपने 7 जनरेशन, आप तो उसकी फैमिली हो रचना,
हम्म.
तो आपको तो
हाँ
मिलेगा. बट आपको सिर्फ वो करना है, आपको ये एक्सेप्ट करना है, आपको रश नहीं करना, आपको ये एक्सेप्ट करना है कि आई वॉन्ट टू, मतलब मैं अनुगमन करना चाहती हूँ, फॉलो नहीं, कॉपी नहीं करना है. हमें कॉपी नहीं करना है. हम जैसे कोई भी बड़े आचार्य हम सुनते हैं, हरिदास ठाकुर 3 लाख नाम ले रहे हैं, हमें कॉपी नहीं करना उन्हें. हमें उनसे प्रे करना है कि हमें भी वो दे पाए, हमें वो मिले. आप बिल्कुल भी कॉपी करने के फॉर्मूले से ही हट जाओ. जो शिल्पा जी बोल रही है एकदम सही है, कॉपी हमें करना ही नहीं है किसी. आप सिर्फ प्रे कर सकती हो, बिकॉज वो बहुत पावरफुल है. उनसे प्रे करो, कि उनके लिए प्रे करो, उनसे प्रे करो कि भाई मुझे कृष्णा प्लीज मुझे एसोसिएशन चाहिए, मैं भी कर पाऊं ऐसा. आपके पास उनका वो है, वो ही बहुत बड़ी चीज है रत्ना.
और अपनी आप
ट्रस्ट
वो
मी.
मेंटेलिटी ना आपका फैमिली का भी चेंज होएगा धीरे धीरे से. व्हेन यू आस्क फॉर दैट ना, वो भी अपने आप हो जाता है.
और आप तो शुद्ध प्रसाद खिला रहे हो उनको, सब कर
या
रहे हो. इट इज सो मच पावरफुल. मतलब आप तो उन्हें प्रसाद दे रहे हो, और इतना पावरफुल है प्रसाद अपने आप में. इतना पावरफुल है. आप उन्हें जल देते हो, फ्रूट्स, आप तो तीनों टाइम का ऑफर कर रहे हो, तो वो तो ऑलरेडी इतना पावरफुल है. तो आपको चिंता करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। और ये मे भी एक फेज है आपके लिए कि कृष्णा चाहते कि आप जो कर रहे हो वो और उससे करो। तो ये जस्ट फेज है आपके लिए। इसमें आपको जो लग रहा है उसको आपको कन्वर्ट करना पड़ेगा, समझना पड़ेगा कि क्या है। लेट गो मत करो उसको। लाइक हाउ शिल्पा जी ऑलवेज से, हमें जो
Yeah.
है उसका सिर्फ निकालना है कि व्हाट वी आर सपोज टू लर्न फ्रॉम दिस सिचुएशन।
Mm.
प्लीज डोंट लेट इट गो, अदरवाइज बार बार इसी में फॉल होते रहेंगे। जस्ट लर्न कि हमें क्या बताना चाह रहे हैं एक्चुअली कृष्णा, इस सिचुएशन से आपको क्या सिखाना चाह रहे हैं कृष्ण। So
Mm.
just try to learn. You're very very fortunate. You have her association. You have her blessings. आप तो बहुत fortunate हो। आप प्रे करो, देखो सब रास्ता आपको मिलेगा अपने आप, उनकी blessing।
Yeah. Yeah.
हरे
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I
Okay,
think I have
thank
to
you,
cut.
everyone. Ah, yes, Ratna, what you're saying, you think what?
Yeah, I stopped all of you. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, no, that's good. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. It's just this last thing. Shall I just finish it up?
Yes, yes, yes. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Okay, so then that's the killing of Hiranyakashipu and the saving of Prahlāda were enacted simultaneously to prove the truthfulness of the Lord's devotee and the fidelity of the Lord himself to his own purpose. The Lord acts only to satisfy the desires of his devotees. Otherwise, he has nothing to do. He has nothing to do. He is fulfilling the desire of his devotees. Bhakta Vatsal, as confirmed in the Vedic language. Na tasya karyam karanam cha vidyate. The Lord has nothing to do personally, for everything is done through his different potencies. Parasya shaktir vivideva shruyate. The Lord has multifarious energies through which everything is done. Thus, when he personally does something, it is only to satisfy his devotee. The Lord is known as Bhakta Vatsal because he very much favors his devoted servant. Okay, so we'll stop here for today. Thank you all so much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.